Hello everyone, this is Guy, a HubSpot expert at hubstart.io, and I would like to talk to you about a very interesting feature that's now available in HubSpot, and it's the artificial intelligence used for workflows. This has been saving me a lot of time building workflows, especially those workflows that you have lots of actions going after your trigger. And this can be particularly helpful for people that are not very comfortable using workflows. Now you can give a written command, which is a prompt, to HubSpot, and HubSpot will try to understand what you said, what you want to achieve, and create those actions for you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this will be helpful for everyone. And well, let's dig into this tool to see what it can make for us. And the first thing I would like to mention here is that since this is a AI feature inside HubSpot's account, you will need to make sure that you have your AI settings turned on in your account. To do so, please visit your settings here and scroll all the way down to on the left side until you see this AI assistance option here. So you can click on it, and to have those features in workflows and in other features of the HubSpot account, such as creating texts, help you creating landing pages and so on, you will need to have these options turned on. So I highly recommend you to read the terms, to read the policies, and especially understand what these features are going to do with your data, because as we know, to use artificial intelligence, most of the times our data gets sent to a third-party server and to be treated by third-party softwares. So please make sure that you understand what you're going to do here and that you have not only the access to do so, but permission as well. Okay, this is my recommendation for you today. Now, let's jump into the workflows, and I can tell you that this can do a lot of different actions, and you will be able to do things like creating tasks, creating objects, such as companies, contacts, deals, tickets. You'll be able to set properties as well, which means inserting a value inside a property, as long as it is a text property. Okay, you can insert text into properties. You can copy company properties, manage communication subscriptions for the users, for example. You can manage the subscriptions for your newsletter in your website. You can set marketing contact status. So if you want to make a group of people marketing contacts or non-marketing contacts, you can use this as well. Send notifications such as Slack notifications, internal notifications, in-app notifications. You can add delays to your actions here. You can rotate some records like companies, contacts to different owners. And you can also branch your workflow. So you can have it branching a property, but make sure that you're branching a single property value on this, such as if you have a property that's called color, for example, and you have the options red, green, and blue, you can ask the AI to branch this in those three colors. So you will have red as an option as a branch, green as another one, and blue as a different one. Okay, so how do we access the AI tools from here? First, create any workflow, start from scratch, and create a, let's say, a deal-based workflow or a company-based workflow. I'm using the contact-based workflow, and I will show you how to do this. And the last recommendation I have for you before using the AI is manually setting your trigger. Okay, this will work very well, so you can have precisely configured your trigger with all of the filters you want, the criteria you want. So then you can ask the AI to help you build all of the actions that will follow. For this one, I will build a really simple trigger, which is a form submission. In this particular case, I'm not going to select any particular forms or web pages to be filtered, but you can do so. Just use the trigger the way you were going to use before using AI. Okay, you can add all the criteria you want, all the filters you want, and just save it. For me here, any form submission will do the job. And now you can click on edit. And just to remember, if you have the AI settings configured in your account, you will see this option here, edit with AI, which we're going to click and see this screen that's going to ask us for our prompt, the text, the instructions that we're going to give HubSpot to create the actions for our workflow. We're going to start with a very simple one so I can show you an example and you can start having ideas of what you can achieve with this feature. So create a deal after the form submission. This is a very simple task. You can do this very quickly in the workflow as well. I just want to have the idea of what's going to happen here as soon as I click to generate the actions that I'm asking HubSpot to. So the code will run. It's very fast, as you can see. And what's going to happen is that it will have this action of creating this particular record. And I also like to show you this. The create deal is missing a name, but HubSpot will have this card ready for you. I mean, of course, I never told HubSpot to give the deal a name. Okay, and this can happen with different actions that you are creating, especially setting properties or creating objects. But I really recommend you to, when you see things like these little fixes or things that you want to have control over, just keep the actions and make manual changes, okay? But in case you see that HubSpot could not understand very well what you wanted and the actions are not properly set, you can always give it a little bit of a try here and ask for a regenerate action for you. So HubSpot will run the code again and try to give you a better answer on this one. In this case, I'm going to keep the action and I'm going to check what's missing here. So a deal name is required. Okay, so that's why HubSpot will flag this and we can just enter like test deal. And you also need to choose the pipeline and the stage of that pipeline that you want your deal to be created. So I'm going to choose qualified to buy on my sales pipeline and save it. And this workflow is ready with the help of AI. But as I said, this is a really simple task. I just wanted to show you the tool by itself. And now we can try to do a more complex prompt to see whether HubSpot will bring us lots of tasks and actions in my workflow. So I am going to delete this one and we are going to try to create something a little bit more complex. I have the prompt ready here and I'm going to paste it there. So what I want to achieve is that every time a user gets created here, it has to be turned to be a marketing contact. Then I'm going to subscribe this user to all my communication subscriptions available. I'm going to rotate this contact to have a contact owner between some users in my account and also send this new owner an internal email saying that, hey, we have a new contact ready for you. Okay, now we're going to click on generate actions to see how HubSpot is going to treat this prompt. And let's see what is it going to do. Code is running and yeah, that's what we wanted. So HubSpot could create a lot of different actions after the prompt, such as, let's see here. Okay, now my contact will be a marketing contact. Fine. The communication subscription types, please note that I have an error here because I don't have any subscription types in this test account, but you can ask HubSpot to bring it to you. It's in there, the card. We're going to rotate the record to owner, and I will show you why do we have to do changes here. Okay, this is perfectly fine. After that, we're going to send an internal email to this owner saying that, yes, we have a new lead, we have a new contact ready to be contacted. So I'm pretty happy with these tasks here. It's exactly what I wanted HubSpot to do. No mistakes, no different actions, nothing is wrong in here. And as I said, if I'm happy with this and I can do minor changes manually, I prefer to do so, not only to be in control of what I am changing, but also to double check if everything is in place correctly. So I'm going to keep these actions and I'm going to go here because there's something that HubSpot needs from me before we can publish this workflow. Okay, I want to rotate the ownership of the contact between a few different users in my account. So rotate between specific users is set by default. And actually that's what I want to do. So I'm going to choose some users. So it's going to be Andrea, Sergio, myself, and Scott. I'm going to rotate between us four. Now the action is ready to go. No errors in here. We're good. And let's see. Oh, we're going to send an email to this new owner. Let's see, what does it say? We have a new user assigned. It's going to go to the contact owner, and a new user has been created and assigned to you. Please review the form submission details to further information. So this is exactly what I wanted, and HubSpot will send this email. We can change the email text as well. We can add anything like, please contact this user in 2 days from now. I can just add any text I want, and this email will reach the contact owner. But what if I think, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to send this instruction to the owner saying contact this user in 2 days from now. I mean, we can do better. We can actually remind him in 2 days from now to contact the owner. So I say, okay, I'm going to take this back. I like the email as it is. And now, just as some people ask me, can you keep on building on the workflow? Or if you send another prompt, will it delete what you have to create a new one? I can tell you that you can keep on building from this part and on. Okay, it won't change anything that's in place right now. So now what I want to do is remind this owner 2 days from now to contact this contact. Okay, so let's add it with AI, and I'm gonna add a different thing right here, and let's add a different prompt right now. So create a delay of 2 days, then send the contact owner an internal email, another one, with a reminder to call the contact. I also want to create a task for this contact owner to call this particular contact. Okay, so let's see if HubSpot's going to bring this now. Let's have the code running, and we have it. So let's check what's going to happen here. This was my last task, an email right after the form was submitted. Now I'm waiting for 2 days because I asked HubSpot to create a delay. Then I'm going to send a reminder, a message to the owner saying, please call this contact. And also there's a task being created. So as you can remember what I said, when you create an object, there are some required fields that you need to take action upon. So this is just one more of those, and I'm very happy with this generation. I'm going to keep these actions, and I'm going down here to check. Okay, the delay for 2 days is a check. The email notification to the contact owner with the subject reminder. This is a reminder to call the contact. Please ensure to follow up accordingly. This is all AI generated, so I'm happy with this message here. I'm gonna leave it right there. And the task to be created, it is also a required field. We need to input a title for it. So reminder, call, contact, for example. A type of the task is a call. A due date is immediate because I already placed the delay of 2 days right here. And no, I already sent an email reminder. I don't need to have this. Okay. If you want to add any notes, a picture, something, more information for your user, you can do so. But as you can see, HubSpot understands what you want to do, and there's pretty much no limits on how many actions you can create with this AI, and whether you want to create them all at once or you want to create groups of it. You can create, I don't know, 5 actions, then you can come back and create 5 more. That depends on you. I really like to create all at once, and then I can go and review my workflow. If anything is wrong right on the start, that's when I will click on regenerate, or I will just break my prompt into groups of prompts and send, instead of doing it all at once, doing it in 3 rounds of AI prompting. Okay, so this is pretty much it. It's not a complex feature at all, and it's been helping me a lot these last few days, so I hope it's helpful for you too. And well, if you need any help, you can reach out to us at hubstart.io. And if you need help with any more complex AI projects, such as integrations, a lot of image generation, text verifications, or anything else that you may need to happen inside or to be using your HubSpot account, reach out. We're here to you. I'll be there to help you as well. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and see you the next time.